So for this video, I kind of figured using the Abomination boss fight gameplay would be very suiting because that's how half the people in the comments section of my Avengers, the truth about Marvel's Avengers video are kind of looking at me right now. But what's going on, guys? Tanuck127 here. No crazy intro or anything like that. We're just going to go ahead and get right into it. So what I'm making this video for is to touch back on one specific topic in the truth about Marvel's Avengers game video that literally just went up today. I'm probably going to put this video up the same day. And there was one very specific part on there that seemed to have a decent amount of people agreeing with me, but also have a lot of people angry with me as well. And I do want to give a special shout out to one of my YouTube subscribers, Assure Man, because he's the main one who expressed his opinion. Now, a lot of content creators, channels and stuff like that, when their viewers get mad at them, they get defensive, they get personal and stuff like that. Me, I'm not that kind of guy. One thing about YouTube is it's a place for discussion, open talk. You should be able to express your opinion whether you agree or disagree. And one thing about content creation is not everyone's going to agree with you. One thing about being a viewer that people need to understand is not everyone's going to agree with the viewer either. You're going to come eye to eye sometimes. That happens. That's part of this. But let's go ahead and get into first things. So first things first, the way I went about speaking about the microtransaction thing and mocking people. I do apologize about that. It's just when I talk about that topic, I get really heated and up in the moment because so many people just slander the whole microtransaction thing regularly, and you have a right to. Microtransactions have been a very crappy practice for a long time. Keep in mind something. It's one reason that I can't stand mobile gaming, because mobile gaming abuses it, and that's one reason when developers rather bring their games to mobile than console that I get really heated about it. So if you guys ever feel like I don't understand the whole microtransaction thing, keep that in mind. Y'all need to remember that. And I was also a little disappointed reading some of these comments too, because a lot of you guys know me. Y'all know my feelings, practices on things on a lot of these things. And this isn't the first time I've made my opinion about the microtransaction thing open with this. And it just so happens that when I uploaded it and talked about it on Avengers, that's when, everyone wanted to come out swinging about it, which I find kind of interesting. I'm not pointing any fingers, but I just, I found that really interesting, because I've said this a billion times about a bunch of other games, and it's never come to be something. But like I said, my intention wasn't to insult anybody, but I want to explain my reasoning for this, and I'm going to use a few games as examples here, and I hope we all can just at least come to understand each other. I'm not expecting anyone to change their mind or change their views. You have a right to feel the way you feel, and that's perfectly fine. And but let's get one thing out of the way. I am not a supporter of microtransactions at all. In a perfect world, I'm not an idiot. I would say that they shouldn't be there. If it were up to me, all cosmetics in every game could be earned for free. In my definition of in a perfect world, I wish all games were free and just took a cosmetic approach. But that's never going to happen. And the cost of game development goes up every day. And with this year 2020, as crappy as it's been, and with this silly pandemic, that has proven that to me more than anything. But so we've spent a long time dealing with things like DLC, expansions, map packs, paid outfits, anything that that's purchased outside of the regular game. One of the MMOs out there, Elder Scrolls Online, is kind of a reason I don't play it, because it's split into 900 different pieces with expansion packs. And I hate how it is. Like ESO, my problem with it is it has its cosmetic microtransactions. There's a subscription fee to it. There is expansion packs. There are little smaller paid DLC packs. There's just so many things that split the game up into 9,000 pieces. And you guys, I don't remember something here. And I even said this in my video too. I am a MMO kind of guy. So, of course, the games as a service model is going to be, cool with me. And I made that clear. I'm an MMORPG, free-to-play kind of, guy. I'm used to games that get updated over time. That business model, whether it's on a free-to-play game or a retail game, it doesn't bother me. And I personally prefer it that way because that's how I'm used to my games. Now, granted, I know we have gotten into this era in this newer console generation where things are, everything has to be online and, game updates and things like that, and games are feeling incomplete. And there are developers out there who rush out some incomplete stuff. Trust me, I know that happens. Guys, I see these things. I know they're out there. I speak up about them, when I can, when they happen to me. But like just last year, there was a mobile port of an action RPG that came to Nintendo Switch. I did a sponsor video for. I actually slammed that developer about that because not only did they take a free-to-play game and make it retail, but they stripped 90% of the features out and then sold it on Nintendo Switch. So trust me, I get what you guys are saying. But like I said, with Elder Scrolls Online, another game that I can't stand microtransaction-wise is The Sims. Have any of you ever played that? Have you looked at it? It is split into 9 billion pieces. A single-player life simulator. Now, me personally, when I look at this, here's how I see things. Would I rather pay $60 for a game and have an option to, buy cool outfits or stuff to just doll up my character? Or would I rather pay $60 for it and then, some other, get all those, those little doll ups and stuff free, but later on down the line when there's more stuff going to be added to the game, I have to pay a retail price all over for that again. Now, granted, their expansions for games are not always $60. They're $30, $40. They can be as low as $15 or $10 depending on the game and their retail model and stuff like that. But me personally, I just personally find the whole games as a service thing better. I personally like that. Not everyone's going to. And I know that, there are some people who would rather just honestly pay for DLC. Another game that confuses me, Destiny 2. And that's the reason I don't play it. And it just, this year when it went free to play, it got even more confusing. You got a free to play game with paid expansion. What? Are you a retail game or are you a games as a service? Like, what are you? Make up your mind. And that's not to piss off anybody, any Destiny fans out there. I don't want to make this video and start a whole nother argument, but I just want you guys to get what I'm saying. Alright? Me personally, I don't have a beef with the games as a service method. And that's whether it's in a free-to-play title or a pay-to-play title. I'm a big fan of Call of Duty. Alright? I've had plenty of times where, we buy the base game and then we have to shell out, money over and over and over again, for different map packs. I got to make sure this friend buys that map pack or buys that map pack, and or did they get the season pass and this and that. Like, no offense, but I'm tired of that business model. I hated that. I hated it, and I still hate it. And just getting constant updates over time, that's fine with me. Now, the developers who launched their games half baked and buggy, that's messed up. All right, and I'm not going to, support that. But Avengers isn't one of those games. Now, is Avengers for everybody? No. I made that absolutely clear in the video. But I don't ever want to go back to, that area where you're just, you're gated behind DLC all the time and stuff like that. I didn't like it. I didn't enjoy it. I hated it last generation. I hated it this generation. And now that they find a solution that's, not too bad, it's all right. And then not to mention, and this is another reason, I kind of got hype and went into my rant on the video in the first place. People used to cry all the time. And I know you guys have heard it because I've brought it up 10,000 times on this channel. I know y'all have heard it. And assure man, you specifically, you've been there with me on this ride for a long time. So I know for a fact you've heard it. You're a knowledgeable gamer, dude. So I know for a fact you've heard that. But people would say all the time, and I quote, can y'all go a cosmetic only route? Please. They would say it all the time. And the games as a service model allows them to do that. You know, put cosmetic microtransactions in the game. I'm just saying, guys, I'd rather pay for an outfit here and there, or just, you know, have a stupid item shop in my game rather than, you know, having to rebuy that game or reinvest into it over and over, when this other model gives me the option not to if I don't want to. And like, I didn't mean to insult anybody with the cosmetics, but the saying is literal, and I can't excuse that. If you don't like it, don't buy it. And that's another thing a lot of people need to do. Yes, you're speaking up on social media. Speak with your wallet, man. And I mean that. And if you take offense to that, that's your problem. No offense, but the saying is literal. Even Angry Joe himself tells people all the time, speak with your wallet. If you don't like it, don't buy it. And I mean that literally. I don't know what people think they mean when people say that, but that's what I mean. If you want to show developers something with that, don't buy it. That's the best way you can make your case. The best way. You can rant on social media. You can use 9,000 hashtags. You can go snap into comments of me and other creators' videos. But the best thing for you to do at the end of the day is to speak with your wallet. So when people say that phrase, don't like it, don't buy it, don't get offended about it. Do it. And I mean that, literally. And like, I'm sorry if I'm sounding like a smartass with that, but yo, seriously. That's a literal statement, and I can't be any more blunt about that. But anyway, guys, like I said, I do apologize for the way, you know, I worded the whole microtransaction thing in my video, but I do want you guys to understand, I'm not going to hate on the games as a service model. I'm not against it. I like this better than the way things used to be. And that's just my personal opinion. I've heard you guys's, and feel free to share them all over again here in the comments. If this video makes you upset, there's a like and a dislike button there. Y'all know what to do. This is not to piss anybody off. Like I said, it's just to reiterate some more and apologize for how I went about it. And I hope that's what you guys got out of this video. I hope I have made myself extremely clear this time. Peace out.